I should have done the flash.
Oh, the Flash.
Wait for it. Check. Oh.
Bah. Bah. All right, bah on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Bah.
I mean, that's got to go in
I love it.
somewhere.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Elk Lodge podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Wherever the hell.
Good night. We're out of here. No. As always, the Elk Lodge is brought to you by Hexa Coffee, the greatest coffee on the planet.
Tastes better this time of year, if I may say.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have a little pumpkin oat milk in it here. Do you want any of that?
No, I don't.
All right. I'll just be out here on my lonesome.
You're in the pumpkin patch on your own.
Oh,
And hey, you can get Hexa Coffee for yourself. You can order it online at hexacoffee.com. That's HEXE coffee.com. And if you use the promo code ELK, ELK, you'll get 10% off of your order. Today on the show, we're about to film it. They haven't gotten here yet, but who do we have, Christine?
Oh, man, we've got Bruce Juice is how I believe that was.
Dr.
Bruce Juice, I think, is the way I first heard of Eric Miller, but he's going to come on. It's awesome. He's in town from Pennsylvania, good old Erie, PA. And, he's going to make an appearance.
And Brendon Goldwasser, who was on the show previously.
We're welcoming back
so it's a party podcast, an OG
friend of ours.
And also, fun fact, Eric Miller's song, I sampled it to make the theme song of the Elk Lodge. So the song you're about to hear is also sampling an old song of Eric Miller.
You could call that a first circle moment there, folks.
First circle, huh?
For sure.
Oh, for circle.
Okay. Let's maybe try that again.
Enjoy the show.
We did some little ad reads before you guys got here. It was all business, and now it just gets to be all fun.
Yay!
You know?
You guys are putting some cool work into this.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Brent.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's fun to watch them. It's fun to watch them, be on them.
Fun to be.
Yeah, welcome back.
All sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a welcome back.
Yeah.
You're one of... Who else has done it twice?
Marty messed up. He didn't
JC.
prioritize getting
JC.
this done when he was here.
He didn't
He could've.
prioritize it.
Could have, right?
I thought I was... Yeah. Well,
It's on Marty.
he could. I got to take blame for it, too. I think
Okay.
it's my fault as well.
Partly shared.
You
I'll
know,
share the
everybody
blame.
has scheduling needs. It's hard to link up, but we
we'll
always
get 'em.
appreciate it when you guys get
I
it.
didn't want to force it, you know.
Yeah. We had a good time with.
We'd had a great time,
Yeah.
and we'll get him eventually.
Well,
You can
cheers,
always just
everybody.
zoom him in.
Crop them in.
Cheers.
Anybody else wants to be cropped in, just holler at Paul.
You got a second lined up.
Just kidding.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
I'm queued up, dude.
Yeah, you've done this before. This ain't your first.
Not
No.
the first.
I got wine, I got
Rodeo.
coffee, I got it all.
Is there more coffee? So I have some.
That was the last of it, but you're welcome to.
No, there's some in there.
Oh, there's some in here?
Yeah, watch this. This is
a good shot.
We're sponsored,
Are you
yeah.
kidding? More Hexa
It's
Coffee. I
not
thought
just a
we ran
prop.
out, but our cup runneth over. Thank you, Hexa Coffee.
Nice moves.
See what I mean?
Damn.
It's not just a prop. It's the real deal.
We're like locked and loaded and ready
Let's do
over
right.
here.
Yeah, no.
Huh?
Nothing.
How's the
There we
volume
go.
for everybody? Good?
Check.
Perfect.
Yeah, good. Fine. I don't
Delightful.
even need to be
Perfect.
that close.
Okay. When was the last time you guys saw each other?
What was that?
When it's probably 2011,
No.
2011.
At Full Sail?
no,
No,
it's
I
LA.
just moved to California. I think in my first year out here, I was still living in the valley, and he happened to come through because he was
Yeah.
touring.
That was when you're clicking clacking?
Click clack.
Clickety clack.
Yeah. Shout out.
That's so great.
Hoko.
That was the last time I think, but we've chatted on the phone here and there,
Yeah.
and then yeah,
Yeah, you know,
So cool that you're
Facebook
here
and
now.
friends.
I know, you like photos from each other.
right, yeah.
And good friends, you know, I find like it doesn't matter how much time passes, it still feels like you're buds.
Yeah,
you
I
know, when
texted you
meet
that
back
yesterday.
up.
I was like, it's great having you here. It's either surreal or really normal. I couldn't
Yeah.
like figure it out.
Strangely casual.
But it was like Eric came over last night and it was just very
Yeah.
Last night was so fun too. We made some music. We didn't play the songs we worked on last night, but we worked on them more today, which was fun.
yeah. We'll
Yeah.
play them.
You guys have a
Nice.
total productive flow here
Yeah.
on a
You have
weekend.
schmutz.
Ooh,
You have
thank
schmutz
you.
under your eye, by the way. You got a little sooty. You might be the
Fix
soot
it.
boy.
Should I use a leaf?
No, I think you're good. I think you got it.
Any sandpaper?
I don't know. It's like a dark spot, but maybe it's
Is it permanent?
Maybe it's just
Did
my
you
maybe it's permanent.
Should you not have brought that up? I see it going through Paul's
Maybe
head.
it's not schmutz. Okay, but anyway, it's good to see you both. I'm glad you guys are both here. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh, man.
So you were out here, like that was your first place you moved? And then Eric came?
Yeah, I was still living with my uncle, I think, at the time. And that's why it was easy to see him, because he was
We were so close
in the
a
valley.
whim.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
guys met like, because you moved into Brendon's apartment complex. Like I met you the first day of school or something, but you guys met before business school started, right?
Maybe at the complex. Or, I don't know, we probably met at the first class.
Or
Yeah,
you
it's
met in
hard to
class, but then
remember.
you two became friends before I
Yeah.
became friends
right, because
with Eric.
because we realized
Because you
yeah.
live near each other.
Yeah.
Because Eric was just the guy in the suit
Yeah.
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah.
All
was
right.
fun.
Suit guy, huh? That's kind of fun.
Yeah, Eric went to business school in the suit. First day of business school, I was
They told him.
barefoot in pajamas.
That's what you said.
Oh,
And
my
he
gosh.
was in a suit. And
Complete
yeah, he was like,
opposite.
they told me business casual. Because I had been there for a year already, so it was like, we didn't give a fuck. Like, but
Yeah.
Eric came in just for business school, so that was like the second program I did.
I had a degree, and then
Yeah, he transferred in.
I came in, but I didn't go on a tour or nothing. And they did tell my family that it was like business attire.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, well, let's get them a bunch of used suits and send them down there. And I was like torn in punk rock band, so I had gnarly clothing that would.
Not fun.
They thought,
And you have this
well,
badass
you know,
tattoo on the back of your neck
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
so you'd be
yeah.
there with a suit and then this like crazy skull
You're like,
peeking
what
up
else
out of
is
the
this
back
guy?
of it. Yeah, you're
it
like,
literally, all it did was just fuck you up on how to understand who I am.
yeah, it did. But it gave you
Everyone.
like an edge.
Teachers, everything.
Yeah, but it was a move. Like
It did.
if I knew a kid
used
going to
it.
business school, I'd be
I
like,
had to do it.
try it. Wear a suit
Definitely
every
move.
day. And you stuck with
I
it.
did it.
You stuck with it the whole program too, though.
I said,
Right?
you fucking guys told me to do this.
No,
So-
not the whole program, I don't think.
No, after a while, you
But-
couldn't, man.
You ever have a suit
Well,
phase?
I
Did you
did
ever have
2
to wear a
years
suit?
there.
No.
No,
No.
just
I'm not a big
weddings
suit guy.
only. Wedding
yeah, weddings
situation
only.
only.
Bar
It is fun to
mitzvahs.
dress up for a wedding or a bar mitzvah.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Or special event.
Special event.
Or to just, sometimes you should just, I think, dress up and treat yourself to like a nice evening out. Just just for the
Do you
hell
do
of
that?
it.
You take yourself out?
I haven't done that much, but I'm
It's a
saying,
good idea.
We're here
maybe
for
you should.
self-care.
Like you take
yeah.
a classy night out.
Yes.
That's
Suit
cool.
up.
I love it.
I like it.
No reason.
Yeah.
I mean, why do I have all
I
those high
agree with
heels I'm
that.
never gonna wear? You know,
Like-
I gotta go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy some Nikes.
We should do that. You'd probably love that.
I
Like
do love.
we should
yeah,
like go to a
dressing
dinner
up.
but dress real fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a night
There
of
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
Make a night of it. It
Yeah,
does
not
make it a
the-
little more special.
not
fancy
the
dress.
There's
thrift
something
store
about
one.
it.
Yeah.
We
I used-
stopped actually when we were like
Yeah.
coming back from Palm Springs and Joshua Tree once, and on the way out of Palm Springs, we went to the flea market, which is awesome. It was
Yes.
like a mid-century mecca, and we got some outfits and like took them out to Joshua Tree and filmed part of a music video for one of our Modern Mystic songs, and it was really fun. I loved doing that, like spontaneously shopping for a new look that like inspires
Yeah.
the kind of vibe you're gonna have.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
A thrift store is
Anytime
the
is what
best
I'm
stop.
saying.
On the way to film a music video,
yeah.
stop at a thrift store.
Love it.
Because you're going to find
Absolutely love
some
it.
kind of like,
I like the pawn shops
this,
too.
you know? Pawn shop.
Down there at the
I've never
pawn
bought
shop.
anything from a pawn shop. I'm sort of intimidated by a pawn shop, I think.
Same, I
I feel
think.
like tough guys are there and they're going to know I'm not like a man.
No,
That's-
they're not really.
my
No.
But I don't know why. That's more like a
Or like
mechanics
you won't
thing.
be able to like negotiate. You mean? Like,
I don't
try
know.
to bring
Just
the price down.
It's like walking up to a blackjack table. Like like I'm gonna do it wrong or something. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's not really
intimidating.
that much.
I know. I'm just saying.
It's
that's where
it's
I'm
a-
at with it.
Let's get
It's
you
a
in.
more
I know
aggra-
that's not real.
Yeah.
That's good.
It is a more
You are a man
aggressive.
for reference. Don't worry, you got this.
Thanks.
A Florida pawn shop is a more aggressive thrift store, though. I mean,
I mean,
and then
anything
your
in
pawn
the swamp.
shops evolve over the country too.
Harder.
That's part of the fun of it. A thrift store, you get like some cool Alabama shirts when you're down there.
Right.
Get some Miami Heat stuff
Yeah,
on your way
a lot
down.
of junk.
Have you ever pawned anything?
No.
I've I've never pawned anything.
Such a
Me
bad
either.
deal.
Never pawned.
Right.
Wow.
You got to be pretty desperate to pawn.
Just sell it.
No judgment if you pawned. Sometimes
I mean, it
maybe the
felt like
listeners have pawned.
judgment.
You know,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
want someone to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the one that
sometimes
would
there's
say
probably
that.
something that you have that you're like not that attached to anymore, and it has maybe a little bit of value. And if you just need
Oh yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit, maybe go for it.
Right. The pawn is like they don't just buy it.
But it's always
they buy it,
something
but you can
bad,
buy it back
you know?
later.
Let's be honest. You do it when you couldn't ask anyone else to borrow your money or
True.
Right.
couldn't work
Last.
something else out.
It's a desperate move.
Resort.
Now,
But
if
still
it's
no
to
judgment.
cover your mortgage, if it's to cover your mortgage and eat your kids, whatever.
Eat
Yeah.
your kids.
Well,
Eat your kids,
I mean,
feed them, whatever you need to do.
Unlike the pawns,
Depends on the
shows,
situation.
Sometimes people are bringing in like a real. It's like Antiques Roadshow. They're bringing in like a real thing. It's not like it's
yeah.
like no, this is like a family heirloom. Like we're fine, but like I think this is worth like a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then it is, and they sell it. So it's not always like
No, though.
a desperate move of a
No,
trashy
that's-
human.
That's
You know what
why-
always feels desperate is the people that like hunt for treasure on the beach. I always feel like, come on,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, like,
really?
aren't you
Can't you
embarrassed?
just enjoy this? What are you doing?
You got
I don't know.
shoes on. You
Yeah,
got
it's
long
like you're
shorts
missing the
with
whole
big
point.
pockets.
I don't know, though. Think
Sensory
about it.
feeling. Feel the feeling of sand underneath your feet and
But
water. You know,
walking on the beach, very nice.
Yes.
And why not have the potential
Why not
of
treasure hunt?
finding treasure?
No,
If you're
I
gonna
mean,
walk
I like
on the beach
treasure, too.
anyways,
Right.
found
People
Why not
like
win the
walking
lottery?
walking on the
found
beach.
all
Why
of it.
not? Why not be there? You know,
That-
I've walked on the
Because-
beach with no potential of finding like gold. You
Right.
know?
And some people
No
are
chance because
taking
I'm not
that
digging
chance.
random holes. You know, this guy's out there. He's found a really, actually, kind of a productive way to walk on the beach.
I mean, I can imagine
You just have to
putting my
look
foot in
kinda
my mouth on
goofy,
this
dude.
sometime. Like, what if
Yeah.
you did find
Right.
some actual old shit?
Yeah.
It'd be
Then
cool,
it's
like
worth
some
it. You'd
old
be like,
coins
who's
or-
laughing now? You know.
Surprised there isn't a Netflix documentary on those people yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Is
be
there a name
interested
for
in
them?
more.
Is there a name for that thing?
You think they're like a
know.
community?
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Beach
Like
Boys.
we gotta get the
Clubs.
beach. We gotta
Yeah.
get the
Boys.
vote
There's
of like the
definitely,
beach
like-
boys.
They share the best beaches. They probably share tips with each other.
There's
Is someone
probably
have
meetups.
equipment-
I would
equipment?
say meetups. If
Oh,
the,
like conventions.
Oh,
well,
Equipment.
no, I mean like
Yeah.
group gatherings
Swap
where
meets.
you do the same activity
Do
together.
you think they like
trade
have
parts?
territory?
you got a lot of
Right.
parts, a lot of maintenance.
Oh, yeah, a lot of parts, and also like
I can see.
when you
that's
find
true.
something, you got to trade it. So they also meet up as
We
like
gotta get back to the
all the
territory.
fun
It's
little
like
shit you
Halloween
can trade.
candy. You gotta dump out your bag every once in a while and say, "Look what I have here."
For sure, the Halloween
What do I have to do to
candy
get those
trade is
Reese's
like the
peanut butter
stock
cups?
market for children.
Yes.
It's like our
Early-
first time dealing with like
Early
Dude, check out what I
instance of
found.
trading.
yeah,
I'll trade you.
Right.
I found a gold ring with a diamond
Yeah.
in it. But isn't
Sounds
everything
like a pawn
already
shop to
found?
me. I'm confused.
What else
What-
is there? Or recently lost items?
There's
maybe?
got to still be some like treasures.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
heard
there
of
was
one
a
recently actually, but
yeah, someone
I
found
forget
like
what it was.
a
It was,
bajillion Potishman dollars
It is crazy
in the
though, that
ocean.
you would think, right?
No, it
wouldn't-
wasn't-
haven't we
Right.
found everything?
Haven't we found it?
Yeah.
Like, especially like the Caribbean, where there's like known to be gold everywhere. Like, you think a satellite would just go like, oh, well, there's some. You know, and you're
Right.
like, oh, well, we'll go get that.
But
You
like,
know,
identifying,
this should be so easy.
like
It shouldn't be hard.
identifying isn't the same as like removing out of the ocean.
Right, but you just like fish, put a magnet down there, and scoop it up.
Yeah,
it's
we're
like
talking
it's
about-
like Mario Party.
We're talking about guys walking down the beach, though.
Well, yeah, those
With
guys.
shoes on.
Yeah, we
they
jumped
haven't
from-
found there as a community. They haven't found any like big scores in a while. You know, like they're due.
They're still waiting.
But yeah, they're kind of they're
But
behind.
imagine-
but like treasure hunters, like the guy with cool boats and like.
Did you see that
scarves.
show where they Treasure Island or something? There's like dudes. They have all this excavating equipment. It's like 400 seasons long. Seriously, they haven't found it
And they're-
yet.
oh,
They're
it's like ghost
still
hunters,
working.
but treasure.
It's awesome. They
Man.
teach you how to dig like 7 million feet down and pull out wood that was from an old cavern to see where the treasure was.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I don't know. If you would have known the reference, it would have been.
That would have been.
Yeah.
A little
I never
more
heard of the
fun
show.
for you.
But it sounds like a hit.
Treasure
It's
Island.
probably not Treasure Island, by
That
the
seems
way.
You don't think it's
another
called that?
movie,
Isn't that
wasn't it?
something else?
My mom,
I think
my
that
mom
was
That's a
would be
real
upset.
place.
a whole
She
other,
loves this
other
show.
thing.
It's really expensive to live there, but
me
it's
text
worth
my
it.
mom.
It
She'll
pays,
tell me about it.
pays itself.
Oh shit! I'm hungry.
Dude, I watched a thing about like pirates, like the real pirates recently, and like, so originally when the European countries were like colonializing the rest of the world, everyone's got a navy going on, and like the Spanish would hire pirates to attack other people's ships and rob them and shit. And like the Italians would do that, like everyone did that. That's where pirates were. They were like hired mercenaries.
Oh.
And then at some point they go rogue, and like some of them actually get into like slave trading, which is like really fucked up. But what happened in the Caribbean, and why there's like this Pirates of the Caribbean thing, is the Spanish were there taking all this gold from the Caribbean back to Spain. And there was one day where like a bunch of ships, like 9 ships, were all carrying a shit fuck of gold. And there was this crazy storm, and they all shipwrecked. And so it just scattered gold everywhere. And all these like pirate mercenaries that are there in the Caribbean, hired by the Spanish, just go like, fuck it. Like, let's just do our own thing, you know? And there was like an island that was like pirate controlled. It was like a sovereign country,
So,
like
that's
a pirate island.
Well, what? Something you read?
I watched it on Netflix.
watched
We've
Oh,
been
cool.
watching a lot on pirates, actually. Paul's a,
Right.
a huge fan.
He's
It's
a
cool.
pirate now.
I've always had like a thing for pirates. I want a pirate ship.
I
You
will-
guys know
Yeah,
that.
this is
Yes.
true.
Well,
It's
I
been
mean,
a dream of mine for a long time.
it's often romanticized concept, but it's not so
Yeah, I mean, the
simple because, like
Goonies-
you
It's
said, a lot of
beyond
them had.
romanticized with
Come on.
Paul.
Yeah.
He has literal
Hook.
drawings.
But one
He's-
of these, the
figures.
Pirates Explained, the Explained show does a Pirates one, but they're like, pirates were dicks, and they were like trading slaves and like really bad people. So I don't support
yeah.
that at all. But I am
Well, yeah.
fascinated by what it means to me in my heart, which is just freedom and being on the ocean and having fun with your friends.
Trying to find gold. Yeah, and trying to find
That's
gold.
the pirate. That's the pirate thing I think of.
That's the
That's
pirate
the
life for
pirate
me,
life
okay,
for me.
dear matey?
Like,
Are you listening? I hope
There's
so.
not even a boo box. It's like Hook, but like even less mean. You
If there's
know?
any pirates out there, please.
I actually have never
Any good
seen
pirates?
Hook.
Shout out
Contact
to
Paul.
pirates.
What?
I know. I know.
never seen Hook?
I've never watched
Whoa.
Hook.
It's a terrible movie.
Get
I
out
will-
of here.
I
Hook
will
is
tell
so
you this.
good.
No. It's another
Wow.
one of those fragilian movies that if you didn't see when you were a kid, they're
not gonna work.
awful movies.
Like The
Terrible
Sandlot
movies.
with Martin.
There's no
Then we should
plot.
watch it together because you'll be like, because you have no nostalgic tie to it. So if you hate it, it proves Eric's point. If you like it,
told you.
it proves
Okay.
my point.
Stay tuned. I'll
Stay
watch.
tuned, folks.
I
I'll
want
give
to
it a
watch
shot. Look at
that.
this, we have
I
a
need to
story
watch
arc now.
Phantom of the Opera too. That's on my
Oh,
to-do
I
list.
know.
Anybody
That's
seen
not
that?
on my to-do list. I've never seen it.
Well, how do you? Why are you so
Fiddler on the
aggressively
Roof.
against
I don't know.
it?
Instead.
All these
I've never
musicals
seen
people
that.
put out just
It's a
suck.
fun one.
Fiddler
It's
on
a
the
fun
Roof.
one.
Do that one.
Yeah.
That was better.
It's
Good
just,
songs.
I had a friend who
Well,
always
there's way
like
more subtext to
Was obsessed
that
with it.
musical, if you want to even call it.
I'm never even that into musicals, so it's got an uphill battle from here.
There's interesting like story to that one.
Sound of
Mm.
music.
Okay, favorite musicals, everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think.
That's it.
White Christmas is really
Cheers.
good.
White Christmas, I watched with you last Christmas for the first time.
Phenomenal.
And that was really lovely.
Wizard of
that?
Oz. Wizard of Oz is a fun one.
It is. It is.
I
Pretty
think about
quirky,
Grease. It's
pretty
like
out
so-
there.
Grease is cool. Grease.
pretty
The music
good.
in Grease is the bomb.
I loved it
I hate it.
growing up. It was like one of my like stereotypical
So much.
musicals.
So much.
Sorry.
Which
Or
one?
maybe Dirty
Okay,
Dancing.
you don't have
I was
to
really
like
into
it.
that.
But that's not a musical.
I would say it's kind of
It's a dancical. No, 'cause they
Dance-
don't. They
Because
don't
there's, like, a
sing
lot of
like. And
performance.
now we're
100%.
friends, and we're like. They don't. They don't.
They
talk.
dance it.
They don't.
Fine, fine.
musical-
Dance it.
It's a danceicle.
It's a little.
danceicle.
It's a kind of one of those like gray areas.
Right.
I'm trying to think.
What about that thing you
Cats
The
do?
has
Sound
that
of
a
music
musical?
is
No.
That
pretty
thing you do?
fantastic.
No, it's not. To me, a musical, they have to like step
movie,
out of
yeah.
reality for
Yeah.
moments
Love
and
that
like
movie.
instead
why I
of
don't like
talking or having a real scene, they have to sing it. That's a musical.
Sound of
Like
music.
real life.
Sound of Music is a musical.
in
I finally
real life.
watched that. It's
Like in
pretty
real
epic,
life.
huh?
La La Land sucks.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, we watched La La Land. You did not like it.
What about Chicago?
I
that
never
was
saw
good.
it.
That you never saw Chicago.
Chicago
That's a
That was
good
a,
one.
a big
Oh,
deal
no.
like in
That was a
middle
great
school.
movie.
Yeah,
I
that was
thought.
huge.
You
Yeah,
hated
I
it
never
too.
saw
Pretty good.
You hates
Pompous
it.
is
Who was that? Renee Zellweger and like
Catherine
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yes.
Foxy lady, huh? Okay.
Sure
Batman.
is. Verizon. She's a Verizon spokesperson.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody
I'm a
else
big fan
watching
of her
good movies?
career.
Good marketing.
He follows her career.
We need a little button. so you can-
I remember
just-
her in Zorro. That's
That's
probably
the
my
button.
best. But she had some other like
Oh, yeah.
rom-coms too. I
Zorro,
forget what
for
she did
sure.
with like maybe something with George Clooney that I remember.
No,
Vaguely.
she's in The Terminal with Tom Hanks.
Which is
Yeah.
not what you think it's about when that
It's about him living in a terminal.
I thought it was like
It was
Cancer.
political. It was
Yeah.
because he couldn't get back to his country or something, right?
yeah, it's not what I thought.
It was all about borders and like he got stuck there because where he was from wasn't a country anymore.
Right. I
Yeah.
remember. It's
Yeah,
such a good movie.
Yeah, I was watching a different movie.
Were you watching?
I thought it was
What's the name of
something terminal. Yeah, I thought it was tongue in cheek, like the terminal.
Oh wait, has anyone
in
here
an
ever
airport.
seen the Langoliers?
Like a guy's dying at an airport.
Has anyone here ever seen the Langoliers?
Terminal.
No.
This movie, The Langoliers.
The
No.
Langoliers?
It's a book. It was based off a book from what's his name who does all the scary stuff.
R.L.
Popular
Stein.
guy.
Goosebumps.
Nah.
Oh, Stephen King.
King. Old King book about it's called The
Which are
Langoliers.
wild.
And it's about these Pac-Man looking creatures that start eating the earth. And it's weird.
I like this.
But there's
Wow.
a super
I like
cheesy, you would
sound of
love
this.
it. It's hilarious.
Wow.
It's
See that?
super cheesy acting.
Pac-Man? Is that what?
And
Landoliers.
it's called The Langoliers. And it's
Langoliers.
about this flight. These people on a flight.
I think you're thinking of that Adam Sandler movie where like video
That's
games
sweet.
invade
Oh,
Earth.
no.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's like that, but
What
it's
is that one
not
called?
like
Pixel.
that.
I think you're thinking of
no.
Pixel. No,
No.
just kidding.
But yeah, look it up after this.
Langoliers. All right,
No,
I'll
no,
check it
you're
out.
hilarious.
you're right. I think he is thinking of Pixel.
Yeah, it's Pixel.
It's Pixel.
I was
Next.
we were in Hollywood one time and like we met this guy at a bar. He was like there as a friend of a friend, like in from town visiting. So he was like, whatever. We all stepped out, maybe to smoke or something, or no, we were waiting for everyone to come out of the bar, and we're by the Pantages Theater, and it says like Book of Mormon, and this guy goes like, he's like, oh, Book of Mormon, I saw that, and he was gay. He was like, I saw that, and then JC and I were like, oh yeah, we haven't seen it. Like we've heard it's so good. We've heard it's like so funny. I don't know if you guys, but it's like the South
Yeah,
Park
no,
people made it.
so
you
I've
know,
heard some
no-
of this. Of
We
some
were
of
like,
the
yeah,
songs.
and,
It's
and then
hilarious.
as we're talking about it, he goes like,
It's really well done.
oh, that's not what I saw. And he's like, I was dating this guy, and he took me to like the Book of Mormon,
It was actually
and it was like actually Mormon. Yeah, he's like, oh, because he was like, he was like
It was
confused
like a
why it's there.
conversion.
Yeah, he was like, why is this here? We're
Conversion
like,
therapy
it's supposed to be
Mormon
so funny.
class.
Yeah, and he was like,
Yeah.
oh no, that's not what I saw.
Wow, that's
Wow, they tried
awesome.
to
Yeah, it
convert
was
that-
really funny.
convert
That's
him.
a Shane
I think he
Gillis
found like
skit
a
right there.
He found like it was like a grinder date or
That's
something,
hilarious.
and it was like an older gentleman, and
That's
he took him
fucking
to
hilarious.
the Book of Mormon. But he's looking at it on the marquee, thinking that's the thing he saw.
Wait,
he's like,
so-
why is this?
wait,
here?
wait,
Why
wait.
all these people do it?
Hold up. So he, there was a Mormon guy on Grinder
Yeah.
looking for young men to take them to some
bait,
intervention.
you could say,
scenario?
to bait and
No,
then,
I think like
yeah, some
he was like
conversion
dating
situation.
this older
Oh.
man, and he took him to the Book of Mormon.
Oh,
Well, let's hope
But
he was
not the
dating
fu-
him
not
and
the
not
funny
fucking
play.
just taken against
yeah.
his
Well,
will.
that's. I don't
to
think
be
they're
in conversion
cool with it, right?
Mormonism, yeah. So maybe,
Right.
but is the guy who brought him gay, or is he like an undercover Mormon guy
That's what
trying
I'm
to
thinking.
steal the gays from gayness back to
Using
straightness?
Grinder.
Using Grinder.
I wouldn't
You think
put
there's
it past
undercover gays on Grinder or undercover straight people?
I mean, people get catfish sometimes, I suppose. On
But you think there's like
Undercover
religious straight people
trying to
on
hook
Grinder
up with gays
Wait,
to
wait,
bring
wait.
them.
and bring them to church?
That
that's what it
seems
sounded
pretty
like.
far fetched, but I wouldn't put it past some of the crazies out there.
Some
I
of them-
guess, yeah.
somebody's
I
made
agree
it
with
there.
I mean,
that.
they've done crazier things.
But
right?
that person's actually secretly gay. You know, they're like,
Yeah,
No,
for
that's
sure,
definitely what
100%.
pastor, and here's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I'll get on Grinder. Like, I'll.
No, that's
I've
It's like,
always
his
heard
man,
him
I'll
call
take
him.
the boys.
Yeah.
I'll bring them to church.
His friends caught him up in it, and he's like, "No, you no."
No, I insist. I'm the volunteer. I will infiltrate. Don't even worry.
Yeah.
I've got this.
I
Yeah.
take him out a couple times. We have a good time.
Right,
and
right.
Get to know him, and we fall in love, and then I bring
And
him
then
to
I'll
church.
bust them.
got him.
Have you seen that South Park where the guy like goes
God.
undercover, but he's like,
Wouldn't that be a weird like
That's so
YouTube like?
oh, it's like a To Catch a Predator kind of channel,
Oh,
but a guy undercover as a gay person.
That would be
A Mormon
doesn't, like,
undercover
you
as a
know.
gay person.
Scientology does.
Could you put that on? Like,
But
could you
they
even
do
get
some
away
other
with
weird
that?
shit.
That's pretty.
I don't
funny.
know.
Yeah.
You could also be a gay person undercover as a Mormon who's undercover
That
as a gay
I'd
person.
watch. I would watch that.
That's what's really happening. Yeah.
Whoa.
It
So
would be
the
less
trick is on the Mormon.
Sad to watch that.
That's crazy.
To trick a Mormon. Yeah.
That's the name of the channel, To Trick a Mormon.
Episode 300.
Welcome back to Trick a Morgan. Wait, what?
Morgan.
To Trick Morgan.
Oh, we shouldn't be
Trick
talking
Morgan
about
Freeman.
this.
to trick Morgan Freeman.
They're really powerful. Guys.
That's what
should
we
just
said.
move on.
We'll do a show where
Tricking Morgan
you just
Freeman.
try to trick Morgan Freeman in some way. You know, like you just try to make him think something's real that's not real.
Hey, wait a minute.
Just try to get him like out of his cool, calm, collective,
Wait, I think
awesome
he is
narrative
going to do a show.
voice.
He does have a new show or something
About
coming
being
out.
tricked,
No,
like
about
a
like
hidden camera show?
curiosity and stuff. And about
Ooh.
that might be someone else.
The universe?
I can't remember.
He does do like the
did,
wormhole show, right?
You're
The
thinking
Earth
of
show, right? The Penguins movie or whatever
You're thinking
it
of
was.
Stephen Hawkins.
No. That's the computer.
Too soon.
All right, if you're yeah, like if you're in charge of Hollywood, okay,
Okay.
and
Whoa.
We're with you, okay?
All of it?
if you're in charge of Hollywood and you got to pick the next James Bond, who do you pick?
Oh, that's a good question. You
Is
all
that
go
Hollywood
first. I need
though, or
to.
isn't that? Or yeah.
You
Digest
you get to
this.
choose. You get to choose the next James Bond. So who is it?
Well, if we're like in LA, you have to pick someone in LA
No,
No.
just an actor
in
who's
this
alive.
room.
An unknown.
At
You would
this
pick an
table.
unknown. Oh, that's a good move.
Bring up some fresh talent.
Oh,
That is a good move because
Well,
you
then
don't
you
want an
could say
association
anything.
with this guy as any other character.
Right.
can't be
Or a girl.
totally unknown.
That's kind of like Daniel Craig was only in a couple films before
yeah,
he was
something
Bond.
like that.
But you would start a search from the
Dirt
ground
nasty.
up.
Dirt
New
nasty.
Bond.
You'd have Dirt Nasty do it.
I think it'd be a little
He
funny.
at least should audition through Brendan's program, and if fate aligns, he'll go all the way.
It'd be a breakout role, and there's no conflicting roles there.
That's true. That's true. For a lot of people, it's his first role. No, we were talking about him. He's weirdly famous. Like a lot of people know who Dirt Nasty is.
Simon Rex.
You don't know who Dirt Nasty. Okay.
Simon
Never mind then.
Rex.
Oh,
Never mind
he
that because
rules.
Christine
Know that
didn't know.
He
That's
freaking
JC was
rules.
showing us
So that's
the
half
trailer
the
for
people
his
at this
Red Rocket
table
movie.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
50,
so
50.
my whole theory is shot.
A lot of people, including me and Paul,
I'm gonna edit this out.
know a lot about Simon Rex.
Yeah, Eric
I
and
know
I
that
know
name.
Simon
That's
Rex
like
for some
that,
reason. We don't know
Easy
why.
to Love You song? No.
No, he was on
I'm
Scary
lying.
Movies. Couples of the Scary
Some of the
Movie.
scary movies.
But he makes awesome rap.
He's like part of the like Andy Milonakis
Okay.
riff
I
raff,
probably
like
am
rap.
somewhat aware.
The Nikki Avalon or
But
Mickey
he's an
Avalon.
actor. He's in some low like sitcoms.
Okay,
Like
back to James
Sorry.
Bond.
What about a little Roy Kent action?
Oh, the guy who played Roy Kent.
Timely. It's timely.
Hell
It's
yeah.
at least timely.
He's tough. He could pull it off.
But I would just be seeing Roy Kent.
Exactly. Which
You
is
know?
why
Or
we
would
need
you?
a fresh face.
Or
Well,
maybe you
we would never
is-
know until
Oi.
we gave him the chance.
Oi.
Oi.
We would
Yeah.
never know. What else is there?
See,
who's
this is,
Roy Kent?
he's Ted Lasso
Or it
character.
could work to his advantage and he like Roy Kent's Bond.
I
a
mean,
little
Roy
bit.
Kent has
makes it his
similar
own.
personality.
They should make a
traits
movie,
to
Roy
Bond.
Kent 007.
Roy Kent, James Bond. One
Yeah.
name.
Right, Roy Kent, James Bond. Yeah. Name's Roy Kent, James,
James
Bond.
Roy Bond Kent.
They kind of cleaned up
Yeah.
at the Emmys this
He's
year.
like,
huh?
name's Bond Kent.
You haven't
James
seen
Roy
that one?
Bond Kent.
Boy.
It's a
The
pretty
Emmys?
no, the Ted Lasso.
I did. I don't remember. I just. I
Did you
didn't
start
finish it?
Hmm.
Yeah, I did. I don't know why I got derailed.
That's okay. Sometimes you do. I was watching Mad Men.
I think it was
season
on
one, and
the
then
Apple
I just
TV
stopped.
thing app or
happens.
something.
Oh, you had an issue with it?
Sometimes it's annoying, you know. They log
I had
you out.
like 3
they create problems where they
subscriptions. I cleaned up and whatever I was watching, I stopped. Kind of.
Yeah.
I think.
Who do you think, Paul?
For James Bond,
Have you been thinking
Morgan
about it?
Freeman.
Yeah.
That's why I
that
brought
would
it up.
be Pretty good.
Imagine. Like Morgan Freeman, really serious, really badass. Like old James Bond, you know, James Bond, at some point, he's like
getting
75.
old. Right.
And
What
he
are they
gets
gonna
pulled
do?
back in and
Yeah.
he's got to like really fuck people up. Maybe he dies. The last James Bond movie starring Morgan
Oh.
Freeman.
Well, I think
What if
we're.
Daniel Craig dies?
In the movie?
They'll just have
The new
another
one.
James Bond.
Oh.
Time to Die.
Did you
Do
see
we-
it already?
I haven't seen it.
Oh. You think they're killing off James Bond? No way.
Wait, there's a
No.
new James Bond movie?
Yeah, there's a new one out right now
It's
with
the
Daniel
last
Craig.
one with Mr.
It's the
Mr.
last
Craig.
Daniel Craig one. They should bring Pierce Brosnan back.
Yeah.
Daniel
People
Craig
would go
lost
see
it. I
me.
love
I was
Pierce.
with it in the beginning, but I haven't really paid attention since
Daniel
then. And
Craig's my
do-
favorite. And these
Idris-
movies are
Idris
so
Elba.
good.
Idris
I haven't
Elba's
really
been
seen him.
thrown
I
into
liked
the
Idris
mix.
Elba.
Idris
Yeah.
would be cool. I feel
Michael
like though
Fassbender. Michael Fassbender.
he's
I don't know that
maybe,
name.
but for
Be
both
cool.
of them, I would be looking at Idris Elba, or I'd be, I wouldn't.
Or
I
you'd
wouldn't.
be
I
looking
know
at,
Idris
Magneto.
Elba.
Yeah,
Oh, how do you
you're
know?
looking at Magneto.
You can't say that. You don't know. You're
I know
not watching.
Idris
it.
You're right. I don't know for sure, but
You
if
have no
I've
idea.
never seen
They're
this person, I
actors.
for
It's
sure won't be
literally-
thinking of them in any other context.
You've never seen those people?
I have seen those
else?
people. That's my point.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I do think
Probably
a
could do it.
comedian
That
would
would be a
really be a
fun
good
prime.
idea.
yeah.
Wow.
Dave Chappelle.
Ah,
He's kind of buff now.
yeah, he is. He is kind of buff.
He's not like old either, but he's like a mature, grown
He'd be like-
grown up.
Let's go get these motherfuckers.
That
They'd
would be
scare me,
awesome.
like, ah! Like his scream, like ah, or whatever, like when he screams.
I did love Half
feel like he'd
Baked so
shoot-
much.
he'd
It could be
shoot-
like fun.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah,
if
he
you
can
like
do no
Chappelle's
wrong.
show.
Really.
Who would
That'd
be
be
the
great.
best
With a
comedian? What about like Jay Leno?
Oh,
but
that'd be
who's like
fun.
who's like
I didn't
older?
think of it like that.
Older.
Well,
Ricky Gervais.
you could do like
But he's not like a heartthrob.
No, yeah.
You
Not a
know?
hard. You gotta
Like,
want to fuck James Bond.
Bonds are
Yeah.
sexy. Yeah, they're
Yeah, they
just
get
like
the
that's
girl.
like
You
the
gotta wanna
main
fuck
thing.
James
really.
Bond.
You're gonna
really,
have to want to fuck James
It's
Bond.
like,
Yeah, otherwise it doesn't
oh,
work.
that throws all my ideas out.
Morgan Freeman still's good.
Yeah.
Still good.
And I brought him up last time I was here, but John Malkovich.
Oh,
a pattern. Twice as a pattern, bud. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, Malkovich. That's good.
Malkovich.
Yeah, we're
No.
pretty into Malkovich.
Who else? It's so hard. It's so
I know.
hard to think. Like,
It's such an important
I'm
part
the
of
wrong
such an
guy to
important
ask
question.
this
Right.
question.
Such an important like handing of the baton. to the
Exactly.
Next, it's got to
Okay,
be
what
right.
if it's there? It's gonna be a woman. Who do you
Down for that
choose?
as well.
Same.
Gal Gadot.
that would be fun.
Yeah, but she's
No,
Wonder
I brought her
Woman.
up last time.
You know?
I gotta
What
get more
about the
original.
Hunger
Keep-
Games?
Gotta
keep-
get more
chick?
original.
Keep meeting people, huh?
Yeah.
Katniss.
Catnip.
Well, Jennifer Lawrence?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Nah.
Hey, she's not like. It's got to be kind of like stone
Wesley
faced
Snipes.
somehow. She's cool. No, Wesley Snipes would be good,
Women.
but for a woman, Charlize.
Yeah.
Can she do British? Can
Which-
she do the
I
accent?
don't know.
Which Charlize?
Theron.
Oh. Oh.
She's
Theron.
badass. And you want to fuck her. If it checks both
Don't
boxes.
tell me what to do.
Where's like Monica Bellucci these days?
Monica
Who is Monica
Bellucci.
Do you know
Bellucci?
that? Do you know that?
Sounds-
She's like really popular in the. She did like
Oh, yeah,
random
yeah, yeah.
movies, like Tears of the Sun, like
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
things.
I don't
Just
know my
like
phone.
pretty,
Oh, yes, I do.
pretty smoky, foxy lady.
Monica Bellucci.
Bellucci? I don't know. I'm probably
Jim
saying it wrong.
related to Jim Belushi?
Yeah.
don't think so.
Oh, no. It's a Belucci.
Belucci.
Beluch.
She was always so pretty.
I don't recognize her at all. But
what's her
I
name?
kinda
Who
do.
was Tomb Raider?
Oh, Angelina.
Laura
Angelina's
Croft.
hot. Yeah, that would be
That's a
good.
pretty good one.
Angelina
Yeah,
Bond.
I'd be down. I'd watch that for
She
She
sure.
kill
did
it.
do some like
Sandra Bullock.
assassin spy movies.
She
She's
did
good.
the Ocean's 8. She
She
did
carries
the
things.
Ocean's 8.
Right.
She led that whole girl
And she did a good
squad.
job with it.
Yeah. Anyone from that squad was good too.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie, anybody?
Rihanna,
Little
Margot.
Margot
could,
Robbie.
Yes.
could be a cool.
That's
What about Lucy
probably-
Liu?
Tune in for that.
Comeback.
Oh,
For me.
A Lucy Liu comeback as James Bond.
Smoking.
That'd be cool. All right.
Uma
All right.
Thurman.
I like the female James Bond. I'm way more interested.
Could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
it
fun
is
one.
more exciting.
Right.
We already had every.
Right. It's like, can we?
What
Yeah.
if it was like
Switch it up.
Helen Mirren or something, and
Yeah.
she dies at the end?
They like big
And
and
it's the
old.
last James Bond movie.
They're like, we did it. We gave you.
We did
We
it.
gave you.
Mirren.
Yeah.
We did it.
Gave you the girl bond.
We gave
Okay,
you
back-
Helen Mirren.
And then it's back to the.
Back to the white guys.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like you get one. Now we're back.
Hollywood.
Yeah,
They would do that.
maybe.
It'd be
Those
a
are some. I
change
think
up.
we threw some good. If you're listening, casting directors.
Yeah, Hollywood
We
usually
threw some
listen.
good
They
names
usually
out there.
tune in. to the
Margot,
live
if you're
stream.
listening,
Yeah.
Margot Robbie.
Margot. Yeah.
They're a regular at the lodge.
What about Batman?
Well, I can tell
There's
you.
been so many. There's also imagine. There's been so many
Yeah, who's
Spider-Man
been
movies
your
in our
favorite
lifetime, too.
Batman? Like, I know that's hard. I can only
You know,
I only
Val
picture a few. I think I
It's Val
picture
to
It's
me.
got to be Val.
Batman is
remember
Val
Val.
to me.
Christian Bale. I think is
Christian
probably
Bale's
what
the best.
comes
Val,
to
and
mind
then-
more for me.
And then maybe.
I like the
Bale.
Batman. That guy.
Adam West.
Yeah.
The movie, the TV show.
Yeah, but like almost the meme version.
The bang, pow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he's kind of seniled out. And,
Yeah. Did they ever do that in a movie?
like Family Guy. And,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know,
Adam West.
the Adam West.
Yeah, Val.
Adam West.
Killed it. But who should be a new one? Well, what's his name?
Morgan
Robert
Freeman.
Pattinson is the new one
Yeah,
again.
I don't know.
Is that
So-
true?
Really?
Yeah, he's in a new
Talk
one.
about guys you only see in one role. To me, he's Edward.
In
I never
everything.
saw Twilight.
He's been able to do some other stuff. The Lighthouse was
I
crazy
didn't
with
see
Willem
that.
Dafoe.
I did
I
hear
keep
it was
almost clicking on it, and I
fantastic.
just don't.
It's a trip. It's definitely shot different.
Willem
God, this
Dafoe.
close.
It's shot differently than a normal movie. It's not
Yes.
wide. It's
Vertical?
Oh.
a little more vertical. Not
Like on
fully,
iPhone?
but it's a little more
Like
vertical.
iPhone?
Like almost square?
Almost square in
Interesting.
black and white. And they talk in these old like.
I did
like,
see that.
You know.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
It's a
music.
comedy?
Yeah, yeah. No, it's really good.
Definitely not.
Other end of this, no drama, trippy, but good.
It's no
Good music,
Batman.
A lot of dialogue.
It's a romance?
They're stuck on this like island. They work at this obviously the lighthouse. It's like these two dudes just like
It's
looking
very
over a
good
lighthouse,
Oh.
and there's they just kind of
And all the
Exactly.
shit
They
that gets
kinda
thrown their
lose
What
their
do
way.
you
mind.
think? It would.
Yeah.
It's exactly what you would think.
It's a lighthouse. It's Willem
Yeah.
Dafoe yelling in a lighthouse. Does he yell?
Yes,
He's got a drinking problem
He
or
yells,
something?
yes, and there's drinking. Yep.
Honestly,
You guessed
that
it.
was
How'd
just my
you
guess.
know?
I just, you could tell. Willem
Check it
Dafoe
out
would
at
be a
some
good
point.
Batman, though.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else?
One of the Boondock Saints too.
Yeah.
Either one.
They were great. Great movie.
Who's the,
Oh, well, one of them was in The Walking Dead. What's his name?
Charlie Franken?
No. Forget.
Charlie
One of the
Franken.
Boondock Saints. One of those guys.
Yeah, I don't really know who they are. I just know the characterization.
Who's
Pretty good.
the Irish comedian?
Bill Burr.
No, it's like Bill O'Connell or something.
You want him to?
You're thinking of Bill
Batman?
Burr.
Step it up. Yeah.
He's good. Anyway, whatever.
Who else could be Batman? I don't know. That's a tough one.
Michael B. Jordan.
Because they're under a mask the whole time, anyways. Pretty much. It's like.
Yeah,
Well, that was Val Kilmer's problem.
Val
Did you watch his
Kilmer, yeah.
documentary?
Speaking
Yeah.
of him,
Yeah.
It's really good.
that's very honestly. That's why I was like Batman. Oh, because that reminded me of that. Where he was just kind of like you couldn't even act. You were just locked in a.
Right. And it
Shoot.
hurt his career, which is not fair, Because he was like, I just figured my role is to just not really be much of a actor in this,
Yeah.
He's made
Coming-
space. He made
coming-
space for everybody else,
But
and-
coming from the guy who was the most actor version of actor there ever was,
Right.
Too. Like he was hardcore. He was that guy.
yeah, he's so artsy.
Yeah.
But I like the documentary, all the paintings and shit in it. It was really well done. It was really
It
cool.
was. It's beautiful.
You'd like it. It's kind of like the Cho Show almost esque.
I'm sure I would like.
Bittersweet too. Yeah.
Right.
Fuck yeah. So what else is going on with you guys?
Yeah, I don't know.
What else is new?
We should
Batman.
probably not pick too many more hot guys or cool guys or.
Yeah. Fuck all these cool guys.
Hey guys.
They've had their fun.
Yeah.
So you've been posted up. This is the first time you've gone anywhere in since the pandemic.
Yeah. Have you
started,
traveled
huh?
during the pandemic at all?
No, not really. No, it's
What was the last place you went pre-pandemic?
pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Fuzzy.
Search that memory.
Baltimore was kind of spending a lot of time around there.
Cool.
There's
Baltimore.
Never been there.
Yeah, me either.
yeah.
Where
kinda
my brother-in-law's
fun.
from, actually.
There's some water there.
Easton, really.
Yeah.
Do you know
That's
Easton?
good.
East Coast guy. Down to Florida, up to Baltimore.
Where do you go in
pretty
Florida?
much. Last couple of years.
Oh, do you go to Orlando?
Yeah. And the Keys.
I'd like to go to the Keys. I've been to Sanibel. Is that a key? That's the other side.
I don't know.
Captiva Island, Sanibel. It's on the western side, I think.
Of the Keys?
Or I
Of
don't
where?
know. Of
Florida?
Florida.
You have to basically go to the bottom of Florida and get a bridge to
The Keys.
the
Right?
different islands.
So that's wrong. So I think like
Never
before
been
the
there.
end of like the
Never been there.
mainland, there's islands that are to the west, like in the Gulf,
Oh,
called Captiva
in the
and,
Gulf.
and Sanibel.
It's probably similar, yeah. It's
Hemingway
kind of
used to go
like
there.
local.
Fancy little
culture.
cabin, right?
It's
I like
just
that.
like locals. It's not a touristy until you get to like the southernmost key.
There was a
It's little
show about that
communities.
that I used to watch that was kind of messed up, and
Oh,
it had the guy for Eric Taylor from Friday Night Lights. It was him and some other guy.
About Florida?
Oh,
Yeah.
about the
yeah.
keys.
What was that show? It was kind of good for a while, but
It
then I
was.
hated the way
watched
it ended,
same.
and it
fell
really
off it
bothered me.
too.
Can't
Something
remember.
like
Burn Notice?
Let me
No.
grab a
No,
Modelo.
not Burn Notice.
I've had my Hexa.
Good guess, but no.
it was a good
good,
show
right?
for a little bit.
It was good.
What? It's like, what kind of show is it? Like a teen
dark
drama?
Took
drama,
place in the
drugs,
Keys,
murder,
in
family
Florida. Yeah,
drama.
it was like a family drama.
Drugs, murder, family. When did the show come out?
I don't have my phone.
We
on
got to
me.
get who is Eric Taylor. We got to find his name. It's Corey something. I want to say maybe that's not true. I can't remember.
Yes,
When
sir.
was
Too
the
many
show on
names to
TV?
remember.
Fighting Spirit.
I never knew when it was on TV. I watched it on a streaming service.
Why am I blanking?
What good am I?
Oh.
What good am I with these memories?
It'll come.
They're all fuzzy. It'll
When's
pop
the last
back
time
in.
you were in Florida? Like, have you been back to Orlando since you left Orlando?
No.
Do you think you'll ever go back?
Haven't decided yet.
Ah,
Would you be excited to go back? Like if it was
I've
like
never
a
been.
work
I
We
have
should
a
go.
cousin. I'm actually trying to figure out when I can go back because I do have cousins in Orlando, and they have a kid that I haven't met yet, and
Oh wow.
a new
We should
kid on the
we should
way.
take a little scooch.
So I've been
Scooch
trying
on
to get
over.
back there.
Get down there.
Yeah, my
I
aunt
would
and
love to go
uncle
back to
live
Orlando. Just to
in
go to
Lake Mary.
Tanqueray.
Yeah,
Where are they at?
what I'd say.
Lake Mary. It's like a little bit north of Orlando,
Nice.
but yeah.
Yeah, someone just asked me like, what was your favorite venue you've ever been at? And like they were
To play or
considering
just-
like arenas that I've done production in but not played.
Mm-hmm.
And I said Tanqueray's.
Like
Just because of what you don't get most other places there, you know.
which is what?
yeah, what's the vibe like? I've never been to. Like, please describe it
Oh,
for all of us.
I'll do my take. So
Okay.
it's like you're in Orlando. The downtown is like, you know, commonality to Orlando. This bar is underneath a bank. You walk down the steps, like, you know, sidewalk level. There's a guy. They all look like ex-mafia dudes that work there. They're like bald with a scally cap or something. They check your ID, and you go in, and most of the main bar is just this long, drawn-out bar in this basement of a bank. And it used to be a speakeasy, right?
I think so. It at least feels that way.
But you have a lot of pro musicians that live in Orlando or tour or rooted there that club just kind of caters to. So it's the best of whoever's in town.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe. That's why it's like,
The best musicians in town play. And so there's people who like play like with the Blue Man group or something. They're like the drummer. Like that's where they play like when they're jamming with their friends or whatever. So it was kind of this coveted place.
a lot of improv, a lot of like guest appearances, like Kaylee Baker, you'd step in and someone else was playing, so you'd see a cool feature. Roosevelt was one
How
of
come I
the
didn't know about
best
this?
guys.
You never went there?
No.
So we must have discovered it after you left then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
It's the
Heck.
shit.
I feel like I
You never
brought
went
you
to that
there
underground
once or
bar?
twice. I feel like I
Tanqueray.
brought you there once or twice.
Really?
I feel like it.
Yeah, okay, so downtown, like Orange and like the heart
That's
of
how much
downtown.
fun you
Right,
had,
there's that
actually.
cigar
Across
shop.
that cigar bar. Yeah.
You know, there's the cigar, like Corona Cigar Bar on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think
it's
so.
underneath.
Or you
the
know where
street.
Back Booth is.
Yeah, back booth.
Okay, on that street, you walk towards the main street, and on that corner is Tanqueray's. Dude, it's the best. I can't believe we never went there.
Well, we're going. That's where we're
Betrayal.
going.
We're going right after this.
Let's go.
Book those flights.
We
guys.
must have not discovered it until after you left. Like,
Yeah. I
because
left
you,
in
Eric,
June.
you were playing there before I ever
2010.
played there. Because when you were playing with
Yeah,
Kaylee.
I guess with Kaylee, yeah.
That's when I was really
must
drunk,
have been
like
after I
yelling. I
left.
was like, Bruce Jones on my birthday. But that's a whole nother story.
Oh yeah, your family was there, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good
I
time.
forgot all about it.
But yeah, Tanqueray's was like, there was a time where all I wanted was to be a person who played at Tanqueray's. That was like my goal, like someday.
That sounds like quite the allure, quite the charm.
Yeah, it was just a cool, I don't know, it was a good circle to be in or whatever. And it sounded really good. Like the sound is the best there
Well,
over
I
any
mean,
other venue in
It's
Orlando.
as if we're playing in a practice space, so all
Right.
of our tone and everything's set to the drums, and then, it was always artists running that little PA or whatever was in there.
Yeah. It's a small, like, it's
Eugene,
not much bigger than this.
Eugene's one of the guys. Like, so
yeah.
much freaking talent that is just raw in there.
Amazing.
And the whole, what's like Bobby
Sounds-
Coble's?
sounds like
or not,
magic.
Bobby Coble's not
Yeah.
in the band.
I wish I could have.
Well, there's the three,
Yeah,
there's the
he's
trio
just-
with Coble
Same
Yeah.
thing.
called, what is it?
Why'd you set me up like?
Oh, well, you don't know it? I can't remember it. I was trying to think of it the other day.
I gotta think.
It's like,
Tim played guitar. Bass player Matt, I think.
yeah. Ryan was the drummer. And the band
And
is
Bobby.
called like
Bobby
Shack
would sit-
Nasty.
Shack Nasty, yeah. Bobby
Shack Nasty's
did play with them.
No,
a
but
few
Bobby
times.
had his
Of
own
course.
band.
Yeah.
Not
Or they
Shack
had a
Nasty.
different
It was
band.
like one with Bobby and then that bass and drummer.
We can't put this in if we're wrong about everything.
We'll figure it out. Who's gonna, no one
Who's
can-
going in?
We're just trying to figure this out.
go.
We're
We're not
just being
cutting.
honest. I'm not
Yeah.
cutting this out. But yeah, he had a band too. I don't remember it. Anyway, Tanqueray's is the shit. I don't know how we got on that, but I always had a deal. If I like had $1 billion, I'd buy Tanqueray's. It's like one of my. Things
I loved
would
it.
do.
And then, like, I played with Kaylee for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she did some, like, regional touring down there. And Thomas Wynn and the Believers, they
I'm a believer.
they were like bigger than Orlando would allow them.
Definitely.
That was the thing. Like the local artists kind of had to get out,
Mm-hmm.
and playing in town there was just kind of lost. And
Yeah, you can't stay in Orlando.
Tanqueray's was just kind of like some good culture of just music, but it wasn't like what you would do on a stage, like going and doing festivals or self-promoting across,
Yeah. Florida's like a really good practice or like just a place to get your feet wet and like figure your shit out. But you have to leave Orlando.
Yes.
Like you can be the biggest thing in Orlando, but that's still not. So
yeah,
much.
I mean, it's the same with any town, any city.
Well, but like if you're the biggest thing in LA, you're like Motley Crue or something.
yeah, but
It's like
that's not just gigging around town, all right?
well
Let's
for
be
Motley
honest.
Crue and stuff, it is.
That-
Like
those
if you're the
times
hottest
are-
thing in
those times are
town,
done.
or that was
Different-
like
those times
Odd
are
Future, we're like the
Different
hottest
game.
thing in town.
You can
but
do
that's
that.
global
You
because
can do
it's
that
LA.
on YouTube in the middle of Ohio if you want.
That's true. That's
I mean, it's content and a little bit of effort.
OH.
Yeah.
I.O. baby.
true.
My dad's gonna be
Go back,
proud
guys.
of me after that one.
Yeah.
Way to set me up. Cheers to you, bud.
Yeah.
Brendan's from Ohio.
Yeah.
Well, my
And-
dad's from Ohio, and so are
That's
a
right.
lot of other great Americans.
That's
Her
right.
bloodline is Ohio.
It runs
Her
thick.
DNA.
Sorry, PA.
Nice.
Sorry, PA.
A lot of mafia there. So
Ohio?
I won't say it.
My dad is from Springfield, Ohio, which is
won't.
right next to Yellow Springs, where Chappelle
Yep.
is from.
Chappelle.
And I'm
Chappelle,
so- and I'm-
Chappelle.
And I was raised just
It's filmed
hopping
in
to
front
skip
of the live
from Yellow
studio.
Springs.
Well, good. I go to
Dayton,
this.
Ohio.
My dad always brought me donuts from Schuler's Bakery. I don't know if you
Okay.
know Schuler's, but if you do, get your donuts. Eat
Okay.
your donuts,
Get him.
Good to
kids.
know.
It's part of a
Eat your
well-balanced
donuts, kid.
diet.
Love me some donuts.
Did you guys see the new Chappelle?
I did.
Yeah.
What'd
you
what do
think
of it?
Oh, there's a final little special.
I liked it.
I loved it. Yeah.
I liked it.
I thought Sticks and Stones is funnier.
Yeah.
His last one.
Yeah. I definitely don't
It
think
was
it's his
more
best.
lighthearted.
No, but it was good.
It's a good
It
one.
was
Sticks
funny.
and Stones is
Yeah.
more lighthearted than this was. This had a somber tone,
Sure.
I would
It
say.
was
But he
funny.
always gets serious.
He
like
does
that.
always get serious, but this had a particular sadness to it. I
You're
thought
right. It was a higher percentage of
not even just
serious.
sad, not true sad. I mean,
little
sadness.
somber.
It was very somber. It was
Yeah.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like I
I
would like this one
there was
Yeah.
a lot.
You probably will. It's
I love that shit.
It's gotten
Yeah.
a lot of controversy.
sure. He
Fucking
does a
love
lot of
that
trans
shit.
jokes that's like predictably getting attention.
Right.
Oh my God!
but
I
you think,
saw
like,
that.
he knew it was
I
going
saw
to.
more marketing about
exactly.
Right.
reaction. And
Right, that's
all
like
this
how you hear about
content.
the
for
special.
I
itself.
didn't watch it yet.
Right.
Like, we
Well,
got
everyone's
shit to
saying
do.
Netflix should take it down. That's everyone.
Right.
Not to be a
He's
spoilers
also
for too
going to
much.
scale back his audience and to people that really appreciate him.
Right.
And then we're going to get back to like the content that he's meant to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think it's
Right.
appropriate.
Like
Yeah.
he's so famous, but
And he
the
went
people
on-
who would actually like his comedy is a smaller group than the people that know him. So
Well-
when he puts something out, that many people that see it,
Did you
like
see
really
his
like it actually.
Letterman?
Yeah, that was cool.
He mentioned that in there where he doesn't want to have to cater to being famous. He's going to do what he
Right.
does.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, at this point.
I think
And
that
like,
shit's
I don't
great.
agree with every sort of like opinion or like attitude
not at
he
all.
expressed in
Yeah.
it, but
Me
that
either.
doesn't
You
mean
don't
like
have to laugh at the jokes.
Right,
It's
exactly.
about the jokes. People
Exactly.
Well, and to
are
respect the
losing,
craft too.
You know,
I think he's taking
And the
his shot.
commentary,
About the
it's a comment.
punchlines.
It's not even. It's more. It's more than punchlines though, because it's
Right.
commentary on like the everyday world, and he doesn't shy away from controversial topics, which like most people do. Like when I have this podcast, sometimes I'm like worried about the implications of it, where I
Right.
feel like he just
Oh, you shouldn't.
he
ask
never
me.
backs away from
right.
it.
And imagine if you knew like 50 million people were going to watch this podcast, what would you
right,
say?
and
or
I
not?
feel that way with knowing that like maybe 100 will. It's
Oh, well,
still
I think
scary, but
I think truly he's taking his shot. He has a widespread range, and he's catering conversation at home with this content. And yeah, it probably got. I swear I haven't watched it, but I gained the meta material because of how they were talking about this in my Facebook stream already.
right.
lit up.
Instagram,
It's like
the YouTube shorts. They're already commenting about like. I mean, it's like
sure, it's just everywhere.
it's so.
it's like
fast.
watching
The
live
reactions
sports.
are
Like
so
I'm
fast now.
seeing the
It's
points.
like-
I'm not even watching the game. You know?
Right.
He had a lot. He had a comment that I like. I don't know, kind of checked me. He's like, "Who am I? Like, I'm a guy that walked away from $50 million," and I just
Yeah.
thought that line was so
Yeah.
powerful. Like to him, he's actually interested in making sure that the statement he wants to make is like at the center of his life. Like he has just, I feel like a moral compass that shows really clearly in his choices and.
And he has high integrity. He's
I
proven
really,
throughout his career like he has integrity. Like,
and
Yeah,
maybe
Letterman kind of pointed at that too.
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to
huge.
imagine a whole community coming after him because I
Shout
feel
out
like,
Dave Chappelle.
Right.
humor is always a little bit on the edge of inappropriate and
And if it's
That's-
pushing us to talk
Yeah.
about
it's
things,
yeah,
and if
that's
he's
a
the
good
part
one
of the
that's gonna-
point.
if he's the one that's gonna
Sure.
like put himself out there to like,
I think that's
not-
what we're seeing,
right?
really.
It's like,
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
are you willing to bring these subjects up on stage
Yeah.
on a Netflix
Yeah.
special? Like,
A friend of ours,
No,
the
I
one-
mean it's brave. It takes
Yeah.
so
Right.
much courage, and it's not just
Yeah.
one person out there feeling this way. It's like a symptomatic look. You're like taking inventory of society
Right.
and culture. It's a beautiful thing to do, even though it's super uncomfortable. You
Right.
know.
well, and
And
it's
it is
also
also still-
unfair
yeah,
to
it's-
comedy. If you write a song about it or write a book about it, you're pointing it out. But if you use the
the vehicle
of comedy, you're
Then-
being an asshole
It's
about
still
it.
communication.
Then
Yeah.
But you're
canceled,
still communicating
right.
the same point. Like, it's you've even found like a better way to kind of get it to people and have people understand it. Like,
Yeah.
that's why they're laughing because they're like, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Steve Jobs.
You mentioned something too.
Dave Chappelle's Steve Jobs right now, dude.
He's so Steve Jobs, dude.
Yeah.
He is.
You mentioned too, though, like he just sort of dishes it out universally. Like, I don't know. It's just the point is like poking fun at everything, not like
Yeah,
one
he's
person
not-
or
yeah.
one group
You
or
don't have
one.
to be right with
Yeah.
either.
Right.
The whole
Yeah, well, he was like, you can be gay and racist. You
Mm-hmm.
can also be other things too. Like
Right.
you can be,
Uh-huh.
Right.
anti. You can be. It doesn't
We
matter
have
what
a-
color your skin is or what your
Sexual
orientation
orientations are.
is. You can practice hatred in many different
Right,
ways.
right.
Yeah.
That doesn't have a.
We have a
And at
friend.
the root of his jokes is
Right.
not hatred. That's the
No,
point. Is
yeah,
like
it's-
laying there. I don't think you can tell when he gets like moved by things. He's there for
Sure.
the honest heart to heart of it all.
Yeah,
It's
there were
what it
people.
feels like.
He establishes the human connection with
I
it all.
think so.
Yeah,
He's just the best. We're
Yeah.
lucky to be alive at the same time as him.
I know.
I feel like
Yeah.
it's kind of like Sometimes you look at like, oh, like John Coltrane, that would have been cool to like be around when he was fucking doing shit. Like we get Chappelle and many others, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh.
Like we got his
Chappelle.
specials and his show.
Yeah.
And his specials after.
Dude, his
God.
specials, like,
Talking
Him
about
on the
me.
Fear Factor. Oh, there you go.
Right.
Yes.
oh, Tyrone Bigum's on the Fear Factor.
Oh my God, that was
that
so
sketch is
out
so
of
good.
Yeah,
control.
man.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I mean, talk about Fear Factor. That like played a big part of
Joe
my life.
Rogan?
Do you guys remember that? It was like
Loved
so.
Fear
No,
Factor.
If
not
that-
at all.
I never
Tell
watched
me,
a whole
you
watched
never
it.
watched it.
I watched it, yeah.
I was big
I
into
was
Fear
so-
Factor. My dad
Same.
and I used to watch
I never
that.
watched it. My family was kind of not about
Oh my
it.
God,
Not all
I
the
was
time,
into
but we
it.
definitely watched it.
Yeah, that was one of those shows. I think like my dad and
What's
I
the
both,
grossest
like,
thing you ever saw?
You know, just like eating a lot of bugs.
Yeah,
but like
the wormy bugs.
or getting
being,
put into like a small container with lots of bugs or
Yeah,
other
they dump in
creatures,
all the
like,
cockroaches.
It's like
around
R.L.
you.
Stein.
What's something you saw that you were like, I would tap out?
I feel like one of them was like,
There
Some
was
really
like a
gross-
coffin of like cockroaches that felt bad.
one of them was eating stuff. It was like some gross eggs or something that just looked real.
Eating
Some of,
is just
like,
like a
the
mind
water
over matter.
ones,
Like just put it
like,
down.
forget
Like
about
go
that,
somewhere
though.
else
Like,
and
you're
just get
not
through
here.
it. You'll
Yeah.
puke it up in a second. Like you just got to get through
There were
this.
the
some
camera.
that were
50
like
grand, 50 grand, 50 grand.
like a
gotta
Houdini
just
style,
separate.
like getting out of tanks and water and
Yeah,
stuff.
that kind of
And
shit would
I-
freak me out,
I'm pretty
like,
sure that like that's
being
one of the
trapped.
deaths because Fear Factor has
Somebody
a few
died?
deaths on its
What?
tab.
Are you
yeah,
sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Someone drowned.
Yeah,
or
that's why it
something?
went off air for a while. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I
somebody
don't
drowned.
know if
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
No, I think that is
I've
true.
heard-
Because
I
again,
mean,
remember,
maybe he's not
me
the
and my
best
dad,
source.
we
Joe
were fans.
Rogan was on Fear Factor.
Right, I've heard Rogan talk about it a lot.
he
He
was
said they
the
got
man.
kicked off because they made someone drink donkey cum or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was like the last episode.
Maybe it's just the urban.
So I mean,
legend
or
that I
or
believe.
Joe Rogan's been covering his ass and spreading all these lies.
Do you think
Oh.
Rogan had input into
I don't
what
think
got
the
me.
what the chant what the
I don't think he showed up.
were?
I don't think he showed up for like creative meetings.
Who gets to choose the crazy shit that these people have to do?
The writers. I mean, there's people hired to like
And
do
where's
it.
the
Yeah.
line? Like who's keeping those people in check?
Well, drinking donkey cum, I think, was the line.
They
That's
got
why
Why is that
after that.
so
sometimes
bad?
you gotta cross.
Well, now
I
we
don't
know.
That's a good
Now
question.
we know.
Now we know.
You
But
gotta
What's
cross
so
it to
bad about
find it
that?
sometimes.
Start a new one and we'll
Right.
figure it out.
it's perfectly
We
natural to
eat
drink
animal
donkey
products
cum.
all
Let's
the
start
time.
It. Let's start it tonight.
Right. Why can we
What's wrong with-
slay an animal?
Yeah.
That is not a stand-up routine.
Did it
No,
jerk
but this is more of a
itself off, or
political
was it,
stance.
Like, strapped
You mean
up?
I
What's
can
wrong
s-
with Donkey Kong?
You're gonna slay an animal and sell it to me, sell its dead carcass to me in the store. I
pretty
can't
personal.
drink donkey cum on TV.
Get
What's
out
the
of
difference
here.
between like drinking an animal's
I
milk
thought
and its
this was
cum?
America.
Well,
Did you
that's
have
a great
to
point.
like what was the? I mean, what's
This
the
is
process to
America.
get animal cum though? You have to.
You gotta
need
fuck
to-
it.
God damn it.
yeah.
To
If I wanna
get
drink
the cum,
donkey
you gotta
cum.
like put it into like a sleeve thing that it fucks, and get the cum out.
Whoa, whoa,
Okay,
wait,
forced,
wait,
So
wait,
basically,
wait.
you're saying forced copulation.
She said, "How do you get cum?"
This is an argument
from an
to
animal.
be allowed to drink donkey cum?
Well, we're kind of
At
past that at
first
this
it
point. We're just
was.
explaining the
At
semantics
first, no,
of
at
getting
first I
That
was
already
wondering
went to
what's
the
so wrong.
Supreme Court.
How is it so different from drinking milk of an animal?
Technically, in Thompson versus the state of California.
What's the
but
precedent?
this
What
was
is the difference
already
between drinking cum and drinking
precipitated.
milk of an animal?
Yeah, what's the difference?
Why
You're
is it
both-
worse?
One's cum. Right?
Right.
They
There's
did
a
eat.
fu-
I
there's a
remember they ate
difference.
like elk
That does seem to be the main
testicles a
difference.
lot.
Protein
that was
They
the
come
one
out
that
of
was
testicles.
bad.
One can get you pregnant.
No, it can't. Not when you
Well,
ingest
you're
it.
dumb.
if you're a donkey, and if you don't
Or a
swallow.
horse.
I will say it is worse to
Can't you make
rape
a horse?
somebody or rape an animal to get cum than it is to like milk an
Whoa,
animal.
Are
wait,
they
wait.
raping the animal by getting the
Actually,
cum from the
last
from the
night-
horse's dick?
Last night at a
I don't
comedy
know. It's more
show.
of a happy ending, I think, situation. But they
No,
just it's
not if they can't consent.
well, they're. I think the horse doesn't care.
Animals-
I don't think the
Animals-
horse
There
minds.
is no consent
You
in
can't say that an
the
animal doesn't
wild
mind if some
animal nature.
machine or some human is just
Wait,
force yanking
wait a
off
minute.
its
There's no
cell.
consent.
Okay, you're right.
For
They
animals.
feel dirty
True.
probably afterwards.
They don't
the
have
only
a chance
actually
to consent
the
to
only
that.
consent because in the animal kingdom it's all rape, brother and sister. There's what is a cat gonna be like? Hey, can I?
Some species
cat rape?
mate for
Sometimes because
life.
they're
I would
out,
say that's
they're out
not
there like
rapey.
doing their mating call.
Yeah,
so
you
somebody
ever
come
hear
fuck
it?
them.
Penguins
It's
and
one
stuff?
of them's going.
Yeah. lions.
No, it's not
tend
always
to-
rape
Yes,
though. It's
it
not
is.
always because birds
Pack.
put like a
I don't
whole
mean
dance.
it's okay. I don't mean it's always rape. I didn't say that.
I
There's
know
think
no
you said
butterflies
it's
do a
consent.
lot.
always rape.
There's no consent in the animal kingdom.
There kind of is though. Like you've seen those paradise
no,
birds.
hold on.
They dance around. They make an
Yeah.
area. They do a thing, and then the chick comes and she goes like, "Huh." And if she doesn't want to do it, it doesn't happen.
It's true.
She says, "You know what?
Okay.
You did a good dance.
All right, that's
It's
You're
like
my guy."
it's maybe simple. It's
The
maybe like a
one-
red
but
light,
there's
green
some
light
rape.
kind of
There's
thing.
some rape.
The one example.
Those
Okay.
birds.
I don't know, dude. You ever see a lizard like doing
Do you
this
ever
thing?
see
You want
the-
some chick to come over and be like, "You know what? Yeah, I'll fuck
Do
you."
you ever see a pit bull fuck a Pomeranian?
No.
Because
No,
they
not a
will.
lot of consent there. Yeah, no.
They will.
Yeah. Right. Animal rape does happen, but you
Overwhelming
said it was like every time.
unconsensual. Animal.
I don't know. I wonder how much.
I'm just saying, there's no basis.
I actually
They're
have
doing
read a
it
book
'cause
about
it's
different
butterflies.
levels.
Yeah, it's-
Butterflies
But it's
are
taking
species
a
that
horse's
do that a lot.
cum. It's tricking a horse. Because what they do is they set the chick up.
I don't like
the horse
this.
gets up. He thinks he's gonna fuck the chick.
I didn't
but
sign
then they
up for
take
this.
his dick and they put it into this tube thing, and he fucks that, and then they get to come that way.
Yeah, that would. Be
But the
wrong.
horse the whole time
Yeah,
thinks he's
yeah,
fucking
Paul,
this chick.
Paul,
We gotta
Paul.
get
And
out
I'm
of here.
saying
Paul.
it's wrong.
I agree. It's wrong.
Wait a
I'm with
minute.
you.
Wrong.
You're right.
Don't
You're right. It's
step
wrong.
right up. There's no like dick
What
through
are
the
you
wall kind of
talking
moment
about?
here. We're shutting it down.
That's how they collect the cum.
I know this. I already know.
she
People
didn't
know
know.
this.
She
People
didn't know.
this.
No,
She
I
didn't
just
know.
I was okay. At first, I didn't see.
But what are you asking her? Like her
No,
opinion?
I didn't ask. I was explaining. She was asking.
At first, I didn't. I was making a case for like how different is the cum than the milk, but now I'm
Well, no, but you were
There's
making
a
a
lot
case
of
that
difference.
it's
acutely
kind of
aware
rapey.
of the.
No,
the
I
rape.
agree. It's
And
totally
you're right.
rapey.
It is rapey. I agree. I disagreed at first,
Totally rapey.
but now I agree.
Yeah,
you were right.
I was just kind of like
That's
playing
my point.
devil's
You
shouldn't
advocate,
do
but
that.
now I'm definitely seeing.
You're playing the horse's
Clearly.
dick's advocate.
The only reason I said there's
oh god.
no
We did
consent
it.
in the animal kingdom is because I heard it at a comedy show last night.
Oh, how was the
I thought it
comedy
was really
show?
funny.
How was the show?
It
You're
was freaking
recycling
wild.
jokes.
Ridiculous. It was awesome.
Ridiculous.
Good. What were
Shout
some of
out
the best
Sick Girl
bits?
Club.
Sick Girl Club.
Yeah, Google that. It's amazing.
Sick
How many
Girl
comics
Club.
performed?
It was like this small room. It looked like a cool, like old school theater rehearsal space where it's like the size of the stage, really, and everything's painted black. I mean, they put up some stuff because of comedy nights, but it looks like an old space, like historic LA rehearsal space, and it's
Cool.
some wild comics over there.
Cool.
And it's like a lot of comedy left this town, and there's a small group of people all over that are really taking advantage of that.
Yeah. Have you ever done stand up?
No,
Do you plan to ever do stand up?
it
And
looks-
that
it
question
looks
goes to you
so
too, Brendon.
painful. It looks so painful to me.
It is.
I'll
It's
play
the
guitar.
scariest
I'll
thing
do
you'd ever
guitar.
do, but after you do it, you're like, oh, I don't know what I was so scared of. That was actually painless.
No. Yeah, I'm not.
I'll try it. I'll maybe try it.
You should
I
try
would
it.
like to try it.
I've written things down with the
Right.
intention of like this.
Ooh.
I could see
This
that.
has always
You're a
been
funny
kinda
guy.
funny, and
Brandon's super fun. When I met you in college, you were like, I've always thought about
Yeah.
stand up. Like, I've always thought about it.
Yeah.
Because
It was
you
always
should.
there.
You kind of.
right.
You're a quick guy. You
Maybe I
like.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should.
Yeah.
I can. See
I mean,
that.
I always wrote down funny things my parents would say, or
Yeah.
and I try to build something.
Well,
like
I'll
that.
have you. I am kind of like an expert on comedy now.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Connoisseur.
we'll talk.
Let's
talk.
Let's
later.
chat offline.
Yeah, I've done a couple of, I've done maybe like 6 open mics.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I didn't know you
Brave boy over here.
What is this,
Let's
Snap?
hear
Kill
it. Let's
Tony?
hear
I'm
it.
on his second hand. I haven't done one in like 2 years or so, but.
I mean, it's almost like there was this massive pandemic that shut everything down.
Well,
for,
if I
like,
really wanted,
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it
don't even
pre-pandemic.
get me started.
I wasn't doing it.
What's a pandemic?
But it's very scary, but you end up feeling good.
You weren't
Did you
there?
guys remember
I
that?
missed
or-
it.
Did you see the pandemic?
I didn't make it.
Do you remember?
I don't
when the
really watch
pandemic-
movies.
I never checked
I don't
in
watch
for
a lot of
that.
movies.
Did I have to
Spoiler
RSVP
alert.
to this?
There's a
I
pandemic.
totally
That's
missed
pretty
it.
good.
Did I have to RSVP to this?
Totally missed it.
I always
Which-
miss those.
When? Yeah, I always miss those. Missed it.
Golly, another one
Anyways,
goes by.
Sheesh.
Wait, who
But
was?
yes, I would try. I
Who-
should try.
You should. We could all go together.
Yeah?
Like there's these certain open mics.
Okay.
We always went to this place, Fourth Wall Comedy.
Okay.
And
Let me know.
You pay
Throw me
$5,
in, like-
you get 5 minutes. You're only performing
Oh.
really to the
Whoa.
other comics
I
that are
hate
there.
that about comedy.
Oh,
I
it's
have
whatever.
to say.
That's how they
Pay
stay
for
open.
play.
What was
No,
that show we watched
At an
about
open
the
mic like that,
comedian?
I think it's fine. $5
I don't care.
seems good.
I can
Excuse
say
me?
it. I'm never gonna do stand up.
No, but I'm
never
just saying
gonna
it's
do it?
irrational.
Never.
Really?
You should.
You're-
What do you mean?
you're
Why
gonna say
not?
Never?
Bro, you did a lot of music.
Why are you not
okay?
going to do it, bro?
Why
Remember
never
what
say
pay
never?
for play was
Yeah,
like for
never
music?
say never.
It's
Yeah,
dangerous.
but this is different.
What's different? Okay, you got a promoter.
Yeah. No, you don't in this situation. They're not selling drinks. They're not doing anything. It's just a rehearsal space. You pay $5
that's
for 5
totally-
minutes.
that's
There's
different,
10
yeah.
comics in the room. Everyone gets up, does their 5 minutes, 2 comics. There's not
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
crowd. There's no nightlife.
No, you're working
not
out
a performing
working
act.
out material.
You're
yeah.
just working on material. So you're just paying $5 to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
It does make sense. It's a
Different.
good place too. It's a
Okay.
good place to workshop
different.
things.
What part
Feels
of town?
safe.
I don't know. There's one in like NoHo.
Okay.
Or like Van Nuys.
Yeah, that
and
makes
there's
sense.
one on Western in Hollywood, pretty sure.
Should I retract that? To
I will.
you can stay?
Yeah,
I will
you
start
never say
working up
never.
the courage right now.
Yeah, I've been
It's
practicing
fun. We should
my
all go
yes
together.
and.
Steve always took me. Steve Heiss.
What fun.
It's a
Cool.
good thing.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
I'm down.
Okay. Well, cool.
Because yeah, you're right. After it, you're just like, okay, it's over. It's done.
You're just like, I don't know why I was
It's
so
like a roller
scared. What
coaster.
was
Yeah.
I so afraid of? Well, then also you go.
It's the same thing when you first when I first played guitar.
First day of
in front
school.
people,
You're
and
like,
it's
I don't know
whoa.
what's going on. First day of school. And then third day of school, you're like, oh yeah, it's the bathroom. It's right there. I know.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't need to pee my pants anymore.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good feeling. And you watch all the other people go in front of you, and they're bad sometimes. They're really bad. Or at
I
the very
love
least,
bad comedy.
they're uncomfortable
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And
Makes
you're
you
just
feel
like,
better.
they like 4 people just did it. Like, why can't I do it? You do
Right.
it, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Easy breezy.
It's like getting pepper sprayed.
I agree with that. part of it.
Bit by a baby alligator.
I'll skip
Expose
that.
yourself
Yeah. And
to
yeah,
the crowd.
That hurt.
Did
the
you
crowd.
remember
Get up
when
there
you
and
did-
expose
did you see
like
that
you
yourself.
whip
one?
your dick
Was that
out, and you're like,
Houston's?
this is
Yeah.
not so bad.
Maybe
and
I-
then the
maybe I
police
saw
show up
that.
and it's
It's
really
Pretty
bad.
funny.
Yeah.
I was
What?
cracking up about that when you guys
The
got
baby
bit by the
alligator.
alligators.
She had never seen like any of the dudes and stuff. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys have seen the
I've
dudes
seen
and
some
stuff.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, good bit.
But like we did a podcast with some of the guys from that office.
I've watched some of it.
I,
Channeling
no, I
and stuff.
can't say
We
half
watched.
of it, but a good bit.
It's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of it, but it was fun. we
Their
were just
faces
binging on
when they
it.
got bit were so funny. JC's face was killing me.
Yeah, she made us
He looked
rewind
like-
when JC gets bit because he's like
He just seems
he
so
feels
offended.
betrayed. Yeah, he's like betrayed by
It's
the.
just
He's
so
like,
good.
ow!
It's so good.
Why?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Sounds right.
Well, because the baby alligator, it bites a little bit, and you're like, oh, and then it like locks down, and you're like, oh my god, like
Still
that is
learning.
so powerful. Yeah,
learning.
And but this was like a baby. It was like this long. So like you imagine if it was like even a half size alligator, feels like it could break
Those
a
jaws.
bone.
Oh, it's just
Man.
dominates
I feel like you
you
guys developed another level of commitment throughout that process.
It did change something because it's like the approach to getting on stage doing stand up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't going to kill me. It's going to be fine. Same approach to eating a Carolina Reaper pepper. You're like,
Yeah.
this will suck for like an hour.
There's
and then I'll
other
be fine.
ways to do that.
Or being pepper sprayed.
We were kind of talking about that. Like there is always this process. Like what? We're all like 8 or 10 years into something, and you reach this phase of where it's like you're a re-release. You know, like you really are doing it for the why again. You know, you spend so many years in like marketing, and I mean even in audio production, you building your finesse at this point. You got like 38 tracks, and you got all this automation and these plugins.
Sure.
At 10 years ago, you were just playing drums.
Right.
You know,
It's true.
Yeah, you earlier said something so nice about how you kind of showed Paul the ropes 10 years ago, and now
For
you're
sure.
watching him like
but
tear it
like
up.
in a weird way, because he studied like recording art, and I did that stuff independently way before. I went to college kind of later, and
Because we did
You
a
mean you went
recording
to, like, a
arts.
music college
There was a
later?
program for recording and
No,
then for
I-
business. And he came just for the business.
Yeah.
He skipped the recording because he already knew it.
Right.
I already knew it.
He already knew everything.
So you were making music, and then you didn't do like a.
I started really
Did you do an
early.
undergrad program or no? Full Sail was like
I had an associate's, and I went there to get a bachelor's and a master's.
nice.
But Eric was the first person I saw make a beat, like from nothing, just produce things and make things. I had only a concept of like what Pink Floyd or the Beatles would have done, where you perform it and you record it, and then maybe you layer on top of that. That's what we would do with like Nervous Charlie at John Buck's house. But Eric was the first person I saw like sample things and do whatever, and he would have me just play drums or just play anything, and then start chopping it up
Same
and
stuff
start do it.
you're doing.
Exactly what I'm doing. Like,
Yeah.
it's all.
That's so crazy.
But I would have like
this is
a
my
Dell-
Obi-Wan. There's no other.
I had like a
Right.
There's
Dell
no other person.
laptop and like a microphone with a wire that I made myself to go straight into the laptop.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Eric would have me just record myself playing drums for like an hour. And I would just do different beats. I would just fuck around. And then he would play piano over that, play bass over that, play guitar over that, and then chop samples out. And we made like
Couple
a
records.
couple records from
Yeah.
that. You know, we weren't really releasing anything seriously then, but we kind of did.
We did. We went
Like on
on
Bandcamp, whenever.
WPRK.
We went on WPRK, but yeah, anyway.
With Tato.
The only reason I'm producing music the way I am now is because of Eric. That is for sure.
Yeah, seriously, that deserves
No
some attention.
question.
And our theme song is a
Sample
sample of
is
your,
me sampling
your
Eric's
music.
song that, what was the song called? It wasn't, I know.
We've got plenty
Oh, that's it.
of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
time.
To get close, to find the answers. It's a little faster. We got dun-dun-dun-dun. I slowed it
I don't
down.
even know. That's hard.
So just say. We'll
What's the
find it.
rest of the song?
Yeah, I do agree.
I don't
We were
know.
talking
That's the
a
name
little
of the
bit
song.
earlier about making
What's
sure
the
all
rest?
your songs are up. Oh, we should listen to them. Are
Oh.
they?
Yeah.
If they're not,
Yeah.
all up,
Eric's been
they should be
releasing his
up.
back catalog on
Yeah,
Spotify,
so-
and it's actually a really big deal.
So
Yeah,
wait,
so we should
talk
talk
about
about
that.
that.
Where is it?
Fantastic.
Where do you find it?
Well, like
us the
a
whole
little
deal.
pre-text though.
Please.
Through the years, I've like toured with different bands, and like Nathaniel, I've toured with Click Clack Boom, and kind of like a hired gun. But I produced music the whole time, like kind of the format Paul was talking. More so as a personal passion, nothing to ever really release, but throughout time. I mean, I even sampled stuff from you.
Oh yeah, so my AUH2 host.
It became collaborative, and
You did some cool stuff.
I would share it, and they'd be like, "This is awesome." And then Paul, you took so many samples to another level with your stuff, and so lately I've been like rehashing all this stuff and archiving it and putting it online. But the whole purpose of it always was just like a therapeutic way to express yourself. So, like Brendon and I were talking earlier, it's just like
It was for you for a while. Like
for me, like you're going
the
through
music was
stuff
for
when you make this music.
Yeah.
None of the lyrical content is really that personal, but you're expressing yourself just through art, and it's not even that relative. Like when I listen back to it, half the stuff I'm saying is whatever I freestyled or played guitar and was inspired by something and referencing it, but I can remember the states I was in when I composed that music, and it's incredible. It's I would recommend anybody, even if you make pottery, just hold it for 10 years and look at it later, and you're gonna be like, what?
It's a time suck that way. Just like pulls you back to a moment. Yeah, that's so cool. Well, it's awesome that you guys have been making music together that long. And it's
Yeah.
cool. I mean,
It was really like in
it's
Orlando.
like it's such a momentous thing, you know? Like you taught him and now he's taught me and there's
Well,
you know,
I
I
Right,
feel
want to
excited
always,
about that.
I always want
personally.
to get to the point of where it's
I've learned a ton from
expression
these
for
cats.
somebody.
Yeah.
The
No
closer
doubt.
you can get to making an improvisational song of how you feel in that moment, the better the music will always be.
yeah.
So interesting because we like this morning kind of were like, do you want to keep working on some music when we woke up? And
And it's
No,
work.
I
You're
didn't-
working.
I was like really
True. You forget
like,
that
That was the day.
it is
I mean,
work.
that was like the day
Yeah.
is shot. Good
But
thing we
then
had a podcast.
it
'cause
was awesome.
Otherwise, we'd still be doing it.
We would. And I think we're going to get back to it after this.
Yeah, as soon as this ends.
But I
Let's drop
didn't
some
like any of my
bars.
vocals because it didn't feel like half as
Well, you don't have to like it. Like it
but
is
no,
work.
but it's just today.
And we just listen to
retracking
it.
stuff.
It's great.
Well, I
Right,
just,
see?
but
That's
last
what's
night,
so
So that's
fun
not what
about
we
it.
retract. You're talking about other tracks.
I was talking about other things. We tried to retrack them today, and I just didn't like it at all. It sounded way more authentic and like legitimate yesterday when I wasn't thinking about it. And then today we were like really counting out the like everything, and it became really like mathematical in my brain.
We spent like an hour retracking Christine's vocals,
and
at the end she was like,
"I got it.
It was better last night."
Night.
I buried it, so it's in there supporting what happened last night. But
about the next time, something that you don't want to leave your moment, because I believe in tracking the moment, and you can make a mistake in the moment. It's the moment. The next moment, you can tighten that up a little bit. It's just like playing a solo. It's just like ad-libbing. It's
right,
like
but so are you
freestyling.
saying, though, like tighten it up that night? Don't wait till the next day to try and
more
come
like
back.
lay it all
The
out
next
there that
time,
night. Lay it all out there that night,
Be
though.
wrong.
Be
at
wrong.
first.
Be willing to be wrong. Say more than you need to at first,
Yeah.
so that you have more to.
More to
Okay.
more to
I like
take away to the next one, because you're always gonna make some kind of dirt. In
I've seen her go from like, I'm afraid to even sing like along to the radio in front of another person to like last night she's like, I got something, give me the microphone. And like she's just like, here I go. Like,
well, we did
it's
have like
amazing to
4
watch.
people in there just staring at you while you're
Dude,
tracking.
the
I know.
adrenaline was
and then you're like, I'm so
fueling my
scared.
body.
And that's making it better. Here we go. Like,
it was literally
studio-
there was a chemical reaction in my body last night for sure. It was fun. It was
right. And
really
so
fun.
she was like, the stuff last night just had more intensity
Now,
because
isn't
she was
that-
more scared.
Isn't that therapy?
Yeah.
It's of some sort. It is some type of, and it's like group therapy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same
That's
as going to
incredible.
the stand-up open mic. Like, you're
Right.
scared to get up. You got up. You got scared. You fucking did
All
it.
you gotta do is
you
pay
you
$5
did your
for 2
thing.
minutes.
Got 5 on.
All you have to
You
do
did your
is-
thing, and you
is
it's the same
bleed out.
feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like it didn't hurt
Worth
you.
it.
All you have to
you
do
know?
is donate
No.
your blood.
Yeah, you got to give your
Well,
soul,
and you have to have a COVID vaccination card.
and you have to follow us on
got one of
Instagram. Subscribe
like
to our
and
email
subscribe.
list. Also,
Smash
don't
that
forget.
like button.
Yeah, you
Smash
must.
it.
Don't. Did you?
Smash
Oh,
it.
you just clicked it though. I'm sorry.
No, but
you
anyway,
were supposed to smash it.
So you like, regardless of what we're making and what we're gonna do with it, the best freaking part of the process is to get
Is
yourself
the making it,
regrounded.
right? Yeah.
You're going through anxiety and doubt and other emotions that has nothing to do with real things. It's your own head. It's a freaking song. You can delete the file. You can put it on YouTube. It doesn't matter really. People will like it usually. Honestly,
It's true.
if you've been doing it 10 years, people don't like it. I'm sorry about that.
Well, I think it circles back to Chappelle. Chappelle. Why do we keep Chappelle?
Chipple.
Dave,
It does
good old
circle
Dave.
back to Chappelle.
You know,
to Dave-
because
Dave
honestly,
Chappelle.
when you present anything that's honest, that deserves a certain level of respect in
Yeah,
and of
yeah.
itself. It's the same with that.
It's not
like,
about
you're gonna
commercialization
lean
is
in.
fine because it's more of a sport. It's more of like try to do a stadium with some real art and it's gonna suck.
You can. People do.
But the format for a stadium show works and it's wonderful. It's almost spiritual in itself. Churches are kind of like that when they're in their stuff. I mean, the large group of people with your hands up in the air has
Or
some
when they're all
science
like
to
everyone
it,
puts
too.
your flat, when they have
Yeah.
everyone
lights
turn
up.
their
I think the
lights on
commercialization,
and-
though, if you're commercializing
It's just a different
your
product.
authentic self, you're
don't-
good.
I
Like
don't know.
at the start,
But
you
there's no
make
way
something
that
that's
that
you.
moment, the commercialized moment, is going to ever be as pure and raw and beautiful, hauntingly beautiful as a raw recording.
But you wouldn't
No,
want
but
that
it
in a
can
group of
be if that's what people are buying from you.
Look, if
If you
Tricky.
do you are you,
and it's
that's what
selling,
people like.
and
They're
it's
buying
selling,
it.
right?
Now you've commercialized just yourself.
hey,
Versus, like,
maybe. I mean, I would
if you
probably
are
be
commercializing it from the jump, you're doing it to be
Or if a
commercial.
team
You're
said, "Hey,
not being
Paul,
yourself.
wear this
Yeah.
Exactly.
and
Now you
do
blew
this
it.
type
There's
of
not
video."
like
But if it was
There's
like, hey,
anything
Paul,
wrong
oh,
with-
you wear that black sweater. Let's use that. All right, I'm wearing the black sweater
that's
anyway.
what I was kinda
That's
saying.
kind of how you. That's
I
like
see what you're
it's a
saying.
certain.
It's like NBA.
It's like signal flow.
The opposite of someone
Yeah.
coming in and reshaping your image and
Right.
being like, this
Right.
is what
Be real first, then commercialize it. Don't
Correct.
commercialize it
Correct.
and then become what you commercialize.
And I think there's plenty of examples of that.
Okay.
signal flow.
I'm following you. That all
I feel
adds
that.
up.
I
I'm a
feel
little
that.
drunk. This is probably
Kendrick
the most kind of
Lamar
fucked
is
up
a
I've
good-
been in a podcast in a while,
Hey.
which I like. This was fun, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, good job, everybody. I kind of want to just hurry up and get out
time
of here
flies.
and go
We've
make
probably
more
been
music.
sitting here 4.5 hours.
It's been about.
We've been doing
Yeah.
about hour 20,
Okay.
and maybe I'll chop off a piece of the beginning.
This is on
Took a
Zoom.
while to get going.
We're on Zoom right now.
We're not on Zoom.
This is live
Yeah.
to the
Let's
space
check
station.
the chat. Let's check the chat.
This is
Any super
It'll
chat?
pull up right here on the screen.
the ISS gets this, right?
Hey, Paul, what do you think
Always.
about
We send it in.
stock market?
NASA.
Oh, okay, that's Kevin
been playing
from
the stock
Ohio
market
saying,
game,
"What
by
do you
the
think
way."
about stock market?"
I bought a bunch of like
Kevin?
mushrooms, medical
Oh,
mushroom stock
interesting,
recently.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we got the Cybin.
Mushroom.
There's a stock
Cybin.
Cybin. It's like a psilocybin
Going
company.
all in.
For shrooms?
Yeah.
A specific
Shrimp.
You invested
ticker?
in shrooms.
It's
or is this
company.
a fund, a ETF? That
No, it's a fund. It's a company.
encompasses-
It's a company. It's
Oh,
a stock.
I just
Cool.
feel like,
Yeah, that's where
let's
it's
look
going.
at medical marijuana.
I
How
think-
many states has that popped
I
up?
think it's
over
It's the
proven.
next
30.
thing.
Yeah.
It's the
And
next
now
thing.
mushrooms are coming, and so if we just buy into mushroom
therapy.
stock, it's coming.
Yeah, it's
The only way we go
Mental health,
wrong
baby.
is if another company
Yeah.
does better at selling mushrooms than this company.
For sure. But
Mental health.
when
Well, this
the
company's at
tide
least there.
rises, all ships
Big
rise
mushroom.
or whatever the fuck.
What?
Get that out
big
of your mouth.
mushroom.
Big mushroom.
COVID. Da!
All right. Let's make some music.
I'm with it.
This was the best. This was such a fun podcast. There was a moment where I was like, I'm too high. I think I don't know what to say. But I think we got through
I
it.
don't know about that.
I'm proud of you
track.
guys for
The
sticking
track.
with it.
Wait, okay, one more thing, one more question.
Oh,
Did you
no.
guys have you listened to Argentina, the album? Do you have any
Oh.
thoughts or
Oh my
comments
God.
you'd like to say about that on air
Have I?
for the record?
How
before
good?
We log off.
Oh my God, Nico! Shout out to Nico
Oh, shit.
Yes.
because the sound that you already have, all he did
He
was
just
empower
like
it.
cleared it up, and it just sounds so crisp and
Yeah,
clean and
he's
beautiful.
incredible. We're lucky.
Speaking of commercializing
Yeah.
what you naturally are, that's exactly what he did.
Right. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Yeah,
I-
because
I
at
love
no
it. The
point
songs
did it
are
feel
great.
unfree. It was always free.
it's still that kid is you. I mean,
Yeah.
I've heard that kid is you since you called it.
What's
that,
it? The
you
Watch
know?
Okay. I like that.
Watch Okay No Ve.
Watch Okay No Ve. That's one of my faves. And
Definitely
the,
got
Fuck the
Argentina
Neighbors.
sound too.
Fuck the neighbors. Let's fuck. Dude, that one was like.
That sounds kind of jungle-y. That band Jungle that I like.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
kind of that.
Yeah, yeah. Day disco kind of vibes
Yeah,
going.
got the poolside a little bit.
Day
Uh-huh.
disco.
Yeah, daytime.
Daytime.
Daytime. Yacht rock.
Yacht rock.
Yacht rock.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
No, it was good. I like that one too.
The Fuck the Neighbors was so on the first 2-week trip we went and we like that's when we kind of made up all the like root of all the songs. There was this kid Evo who was Nico's like assistant.
Nice.
And Nico would always like if something went wrong he'd be like Evo, like it became even if Evo was not there it became like this joke like Evo, like so whatever. But then one day like because the way we recorded the album we would just like start something as soon as it got stale let's make a freshie and start something else. And we would always want to start from like a new point. So like, okay, that one started with bass. Let's start with piano.
Gotcha,
Let's
yeah.
start with guitar. Then you run out, then you're like, let's start with teacups. Then we're like, oh, let's start with drums. Let's start. And then we're like, Evo, do you play anything? And he was like, I play guitar a little. And we're like, all right, like, well, let's plug you in. Let's start with you playing guitar. And so he's just
Oh,
like,
that's that.
and he played the
okay.
guitar from Fuck the Neighbors, which like is the song. Like
So
he
good.
has a writing
Yeah.
credit on the song.
I
Like
thought that
he
was Tato. For some
no,
reason.
that's Evo. Tato,
Crazy.
Tato, I think
I
had
like
left
this
by
guy.
that point. But yeah, Evo just starts fucking around, and we have it on footage. Like we filmed everything, every moment that
I'm
like
pretty excited
that
about
one
that.
thing
Yeah.
happened.
Because
Like, we
you
have it
guys
on
do a lot of
footage.
great
Hell
video.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah, it was a lot of like just setting the camera down. It's like fly on the wall kind of shit.
Yeah.
But
It's
I've gone
beautiful,
through and
though.
cut out the actual moments that went on
I
the
know
album.
how you edit. Everyone
There's
love
so
it.
many firsts and like beautiful moments. Like so Nico's daughter Maya. She
Yeah, I feel
and,
like I'm
sang
getting
on
to
the
know
first time.
Nico, by the way, and his wife,
Lau.
Wow.
Laura.
ceramicist,
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
use of the
beautiful.
word
So beautiful.
ceramicist, yeah.
Yeah.
for my hexa
The
coffee.
ceramicist
Yeah.
coming to a
I-
theater near you.
When we make our next record, we want to like involve more of like you guys, you know, and like that we're all like, especially in that
I don't
like,
know, dude.
especially in that like throwing
I don't know if I have time.
Shit at the wall, see what sticks.
I'll have to
They gotta
check my
see.
schedule.
Well, because Paul and I were talking today about how we have our little band, but we want to like include more people. So maybe it's always just sort of like
Absolutely.
us plus friends, and so you guys can just.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's all the
I got the
Sweet
licks.
Jones
Jump in whenever
family
you
pirate
want.
ship at the end of the day.
At the
We're
end of
all
the day.
riding
Yeah.
together
It's the
out
Sweet Jones
there on
family
the open
gang at the
sea.
end of the day.
Sweet Jones pirate ship.
Okay.
gang.
It's the Jones family pirate ship.
Well,
Is
shit,
really what it
that's a
is.
good plan to
fun.
be
Let's
a
go get
part
on
of.
that
Original
ship.
Miltones.
Sweet Jones.
Let's go
hedge
get
fund.
on that ship right now. Will
I
you
feel like
join
we're
me?
definitely going to get canceled after
And
this.
now it's a musical. And now
This is
it's
our
a
last
musical.
episode. Thanks
This
for
is the
being part
last
of our
episode.
last episode.
Thanks. I really appreciate the opportunity
Yeah, you guys killed it.
to
Yeah.
stomp.
Like
and
you killed
kill
our
your
show. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Really
this
stuck.
this was a lot of fun.
There was.
Thanks for
I'm,
having me.
Well done, everybody.
Curious
Thanks for
to
having
edit
us
it.
back.
It goes out tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to edit this tonight. Good night, everybody.
It is fun. That makes the party.
One more
hard
thing.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not.
No, you
finished.
didn't. One more thing. One more question. I just want to circle back to Morgan Freeman.
Fuck the neighborhood.